On every campus, there is always one girl that everyone talks about. The one who makes other girls whisper in jealousy, the one boys run after without shame, the one who shines so brightly that no one can ignore her. At Riverdale University, that girl was Sophia. Sophia was not just beautiful, she was magnetic. When she walked through the gate of the school, heads turned as if the wind itself announced her arrival. Her hair was always perfectly done, her clothes were always the latest fashion, and her shoes sparkled like she walked straight out of a magazine. While many students struggled to afford ordinary notebooks, Sophia carried designer handbags. While others queued for the old campus bus, she stepped down gracefully from a sleek black car. Everyone admired her, but with admiration came envy. Her classmates whispered about her in lecture halls. She's too flashy for someone whose father is only a carpenter, one girl said. Another replied quickly, her mother sells vegetables. How can she afford this life? Something is not right. Rumors spread like wildfire. Some said she had a wealthy man somewhere sponsoring her. Others claimed she was involved in shady deals. Nobody could explain how the daughter of a poor carpenter and vegetable seller lived like a princess in school, but Sophia never answered their questions. She kept smiling, dressing beautifully, and living her life as though their words were nothing but dust in the wind. What people didn't see was the truth. Back home, our family lived in a small leaking house. Her younger siblings shared old uniforms to attend school. Sometimes, there wasn't enough food to go around. Yet, on campus, she shone like gold. The mystery grew deeper with each semester. Sophia always had money to organize parties, travel to other cities, and come back with new clothes. The boys chased her endlessly, hoping to win her heart with gifts, but she never accepted any of them. That refusal made the gossip even worse. Everything changed one Saturday night during the department's annual dinner. The grand hall glittered with chandeliers, students danced under the lights, and the air was thick with music and perfume. Then, as if on cue, Sophia walked in wearing a long red gown that seemed to set the room on fire. The whispers began instantly, "She looks like a goddess." Forget goddess, tonight we'll know her secret. Jealous eyes followed her as she walked to the stage to give a short speech. Before she could begin, a sharp voice pierced through the hall, "Sophia, stop deceiving us. Tonight you must tell everyone how you really make your money." The crowd gasped. The voice belonged to Linda, one of her classmates, who had always envied her. All eyes turned to Sophia. For a moment, she froze. Her hands trembled as she held the microphone. But then, with tears glistening in her eyes, she spoke, "Yes. My parents are poor. My father is a carpenter. My mother sells vegetables. I never denied that. But what you see here, this life I live, it is not from any man, and it is not from anything illegal. It is from my own sweat." The hall was so quiet you could hear a pin drop. I stay awake at night selling clothes and hair extensions online. I design websites for small businesses. I save every coin, and I reinvest it again. I built an online shop that now pays for my school fees and takes care of my siblings. Every bag, every shoe, every dress you see on me, I worked for it myself. For a moment, Nobody moved. Then, slowly, the applause began. First from the corner of the hall, then from the center, until the entire place echoed with claps and cheers. Some students bowed their heads in shame. They had thought the worst of her. The boys who chased her admired her even more, but this time not for her beauty, rather for her strength and courage. Even Linda, who had tried to expose her, shrank into the background, too embarrassed to lift her eyes. From that night forward, Sophia was no longer just the hottest girl on campus. She became an example, a symbol of what determination and hard work could create. Girls who once gossiped now came to her for advice. Boys who once mocked her spoke her name with respect. Sophia finally smiled with relief. Her secret was no longer a burden. She had nothing left to hide, and so, the truth about Sophia finally came out. She taught everyone on campus that success doesn't always depend on the family you come from, but on the fire inside you to rise above your struggles. She proved that even in poverty, a determined heart can shine brighter than diamonds. Sometimes, the brightest stars truly rise from the darkest skies. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more beautiful stories like this one.